Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ROG TV. As tonight, let me break down the card here for you. We have the Genesis of Glory rematch. Jordan Locke taking on Anthony Martin in our opening bout. And then in our second matchup of the evening, we have KOMODO in his open challenge for the Samoan Beast. Who will we see answer it? As after that, we will have a tag team match here between ASAP and the new team Sunset City, followed up by our main event, Ethan Gates versus Nino Infinito, the crowning of the ROG Openweight Championship, and it all starts right now. LeVar, we are back. Christmas is over and we are heading into the new year. And what other way to start it off as Ring of Glory Glorious TV Episode 3, opening up with the Genesis of Glory rematch that we did not get to see the finish of. Jordan Locke and Anthony Martin. LeVar, man, how we feeling, brother?
Man, I'm absolutely excited to be back. But beforehand, I just want to say a belated Merry Christmas to all the people and Happy Holidays. And man, I'm excited to see this match. We didn't get to see the finish because it got absolutely ruined. We can't have nice things here, but I'm excited and hopefully we get to see the actual finish of this match this time.
Dylan Drake being the man who decided to ruin the match, keeping his eye on Jordan Locke. Jordan Locke pulled some strings, went behind the scenes, and he had his shot and he got it answered. The man that built the brand said he wanted Anthony Martin here tonight in our opening competition, so we pulled out the checkbook and we got Anthony Martin back in Ring of Glory for a second time, LeVar.
Getting both of these men back here wasn't really hard to do. They both wanted to go back at each other, wanted to have a great match once again, and like I was saying earlier, hopefully get a finish. But Brian, man, I'm excited to be back, man. How you feeling?
It was a very well-earned and well-deserved Christmas break that we got. I'm so glad that all of you are returning here with us, man. I'm so grateful to be here. Ring of Glory rolls on, brother. It is so crazy. Our third episode of TV. We have our second pay-per-view on the line in the distant future, and I just know it's going to be crazy. We already know the main event of that show, folks. Bull Bronson versus Liam McGuire for the ROG World Heavyweight Championship. But LeVar, not to take away from our opening match, you already know what tonight is, my man. For the main event, Nino Infinito versus Ethan Gates, ROG Openweight title, man. It's crazy.
Openweight title being on the line tonight just makes this show so much better. We're starting off with two legends in the business coming to kick off the show and get the crowd nice and hot, and we're ending it off with a title match. What more could you ask for?
It seriously is a blessed place. The executives for TCN were like, nah, we're going to stack these cards anytime we can, and that is exactly what we got here tonight, LeVar. Our opening match, Jordan Locke, Anthony Martin, 30-minute time limit. These young men have 30 minutes before it comes to a time decision draw. Here we go. Opening match, ROG TV 3. Let's get it on.
Anthony Martin already starting off with some big strikes since Jordan Locke looking to go for a belly-to-belly, but gets a little out-wrestled there by Anthony Martin. Nice little arm drag into the snap, neck breaker, butterfly suplex.
Connecting with ease is Anthony Martin right now, shushing the crowd as we see a swinging neck breaker. Slamming Locke to the ground. Early pin attempt, only one. Locke forcibly shoving Anthony Martin off him. You gotta think this man, LeVar, has not been pinned in one-on-one competition in his entire career.
He's hoping to not end that tonight, but you also got to be thinking this match is not going to be like the first one. The first one, they still went for a slight little minute. They got to feel each other out. They know what each other is capable of, but all we didn't get to see was that finish. So now these two has came into this match with a plan. They know what to do against each other since they've felt each other out once, but one of them just got to be looking for that finish.
Absolutely. Northern Light suplex, dropping Martin on his back here. And I completely agree with you, my man. Both of these guys got a taste of one another in the aspect that they know what to expect from one another. But now Jordan Locke, a very rare top rope here. He's going to dive, and he connects with a huge forearm to the forehead of Anthony Martin, LeVar.
Now these two on the outside. Jordan Locke looking to attack that arm, looking to do some damage on the outside. Little Fujiwara arm bar. Outside stretching him out. Can't tap him out here as he releases it. Getting a little damage in on the outside. Real smart, real wise as he looks to get Anthony Martin right back in that ring and now playing up to the crowd. He's hyped to be here, and I am too.
Hey, man, the man that built the brand, Jordan Locke, Anthony Martin, you got to think this guy, Jordan Locke, this guy hasn't been in action for some time, LeVar, about 3 years since we've seen Jordan Locke under the TCN banner, finally here in ROG, and Anthony Martin with a huge inverted Uranagi just dropping Locke, but Locke with the Enziguri counter. You just got to think Anthony Martin wants to end that undefeated streak in singles competition here tonight.
You know, these two have been going real back and forth. There hasn't been any really dominant control. It's just been very tired of this. Anthony Martin with a big knee to the face. Now off the ropes, dropping another one straight to the bridge of the nose.
Anthony Martin is calculated. He is methodical. He is a veteran of the game. These are two veterans of the game who have been in it for so long, won championships anywhere they've gone. And Anthony Martin, one more time, that swinging neckbreaker, planting Locke, going for the pin attempt. But yet again, LeVar, only a 1 count.
Locke's not done. He does not want to get his first pin in singles competition, but Anthony Martin is looking to make sure that happens with some vicious boots to the gut and a clothesline, sending Locke rolling out of the ring, looking to wisely catch a breath, but coming straight back in and right back into the clutches of Anthony Martin.
And that's the thing, LeVar, you know, I'm not even going to lie here to you. Anthony Martin is given one hell of a fight to Jordan Locke in these early minutes of the match, and that is an honest compliment to the man, because Jordan Locke has gone against the best of the best that TCN has ever put against him. He beat Adam Everett for the PWS World Championship to unify the WZW and PWS Championships. He beat Nate Mack, who was undefeated in his world title reign for the WZW World Championship. He beat the Behemoth and Frank Mosca. So the fact that Jordan Locke keeps coming and keeps trying to improve himself against any challenger, man, that just goes to show that he is here for the love of the game. And Jordan Locke, my God, that suplex maneuver just tossing Anthony Martin by the neck.
I mean, that's everything he's built up coming to show right now, the technique, the skill, and he's been gone for 3 years, so definitely a little bit of ring rust in there mixed in, but all of it is coming back right now as he's putting up an impressive showing against Anthony Martin with all these strikes and punches and just going back and forth, not stopping, but Anthony Martin finally derails the momentum with a big forearm.
These guys aren't done, man. Anthony Martin throwing him. Jordan Locke, the backflip. Look at the momentum, the steam, ducking under. Huge lariat, flattening Anthony Martin. Jordan Locke is on fire. Going for that pin attempt here, LeVar. Could this do it? 1, 2. Oh.
That was almost it. That was one of the first 2 counts of the match, and that was almost real close to adding another victory to the streak of Jordan Locke. Is look at that under suplex. Got him once. Staying locked in, rolling it over.
Got a second one, LeVar.
You know, we love to see this. We saw him a lot on this last show in the trifecta from Jordan Locke. 3 teardrop back-to-back suplexes as he might be looking to put Anthony Martin away.
Look at Anthony Martin, man. He knows when he is in danger. This guy is not going to stay. Like, this is a main event match right here, folks. And this is our opening matchup. Anthony Martin. Oh, my God.
Vicious spear from out the corner, following the punch. 2. Ooh, and a big kick out from Jordan Locke.
But look at Jordan Locke, man. That veteran instinct, that ring awareness, getting out of harm's way. But Anthony Martin, doesn't matter. Oh, my God.
Little flip over the back. You saw the speed from Anthony Martin coming from halfway across the ring just to catch up to Jordan Locke. And now we see that impressive background from Anthony Martin, that beautiful headstand headlock on the outside, and now it's looking like it's getting to be Anthony Martin's match right now.
Both of these guys have had their moments in the sun right now, both being in the driver's seat. Jordan Locke graciously getting out of harm's way, but Anthony Martin staying on top of him. And honestly, with all the tape that there is of Jordan Locke and his career, I don't blame Anthony Martin taking Jordan Locke down memory lane here, as this used to be the Iceman Express. LeVar, we've seen it, the tripleta, the trifecta of suplexes, and Martin connects.
And it's even more devastating on the outside, that thin padding, you know, that doesn't do much protection. That mostly affects the longevity of a man's career. And Anthony Martin is not looking to end his career, but definitely looking to end this match real soon, as he sends Jordan Locke back to the corner in a big clothesline. And
he's not done. Oh! Anthony Martin is fired up, LeVar. He has victory in his sight, but Jordan Locke just barely getting out of harm's way from that pump knee strike, man.
You know, that's pure instinct coming out of nowhere. Maybe looking for that flying knee, but gets caught. Big stomp to the gut. Martin with a quick pin attempt, finally getting a 2 count on Jordan Locke, but does him no good.
That skeleton key knee strike. Anthony Martin just got out of harm's way, but Anthony Martin is going to drop him on his back, and this could do it, LeVar. This could be the first loss in singles competition for Jordan Locke, too. Oh.
And somehow firing that shoulder up, like we were saying, that's pure instinct, pure heart, just knowing that shriek is on the line and not wanting to lose it. That's everything in your body telling you gotta get up and you gotta keep fighting.
Just pressing the knee into the neck and then kicking Locke in the head, man. That is crazy, but that is what these guys are going to do. They're going to do anything it takes to get the victory here tonight, LeVar. But Jordan Locke trying to get out of harm's way, but Anthony Martin catching him.
A nice little drop kicking now. Getting cocky here. Usually in ROG, that does not work out well when people try to go to that middle rope and taunt, but seemingly for Anthony Martin, he has found a way to take the life out of Jordan Locke and finally keep him grounded.
And Jordan Locke, you're seeing a little bit of color there coming from out his forehead. Looks like he has a little bit of a cut and it's leaking. And you just got to think that is exactly what Anthony Martin is wanting right now. Anthony Martin has Jordan Locke up one more time. The GTS, huge German suplex.
Follow-up.
Good Lord, and now LeVar, he could look for this buckshot lariat maneuver. This slingshot lariat connects. That has to be it, man.
Knocking the head off of Jordan Locke. Could this be his first loss? 1, 2.
Oh!
Was somehow barely kicking out of that buckshot lariat.
That is insane, man. That slingshot lariat, I thought, decapitated Jordan Locke. This young man, they are trying everything to stay alive. The fans saying, fight forever. Locke getting up barely by the skin of his teeth here, LeVar.
And not the way that vicious knee that he has definitely felt several times as he dumps Anthony Martin to the outside to look for a breath of fresh air. And Martin just got right back up to his feet with a big knee to the back.
And Jordan Locke refusing to stay down. That skeleton key knee strike connecting to the outside of the ring, but he's not done.
You got to be looking to get him back inside to end the match, but again, going back to working over and over again on that arm and just dropping that elbow across the face of Anthony Martin on the outside.
You know, LeVar, honestly, that was a huge mistake from Jordan Locke. I don't think I've ever seen him make such a critical mistake before. You hit the guy with maneuvers you have won world championships with, and you kept him on the outside. I am befuddled by that type of error by Jordan Locke.
And that's a finish. That's a match ender right there. Jordan Locke has won several big time matches with that skeleton key knee strike, and for some reason decided to not go for the kill on Anthony Martin.
Which, to Anthony Martin's surprise and his bewilderment, that's beautiful for him. But that reverse suplex was not Anthony Martin now taking his moment to get a breather. And you just got to think here, oh God, that big right hand, just the next big maneuver could really put the guy down. So this is any man's ball game right now.
Anthony Martin dragging Jordan Locke by the back of his neck over to the ropes and a big chop, and now looking to attack the knee, stretching it across the middle rope, and it's a little painful. You see now the limping from Jordan Locke as Anthony Martin gonna send him. Ooh, big shoulder tackle, using a little bit of that size advantage over Jordan Locke.
And attacking that leg yet again. That is such a smart thing to do by Anthony Martin, man. He just sits there. If you can't walk, you can't run, you can't hit that skeleton key knee strike. And now Martin once again just dropping that knee, but this time on the shoulder of Jordan Locke, and he is just not giving the man a breather.
I mean, that's what you got to do in situations where you're going up against a big-time opponent, multi-time champion, a man who's ended streaks and done so much to his career. Anthony Martin's a veteran himself. He knows what to do to keep a man down and to pull out with the W.
You just got to think Dylan Drake is watching in the back right now, paying attention. At some point in time, you got to think perhaps Jordan Locke and Dylan Drake are going to meet. But right now, Anthony Martin one more time, LeVar. We've seen it before. We're going to see it again. The trifecta connects.
All them suplexes strung together. Could this finally be it for Jordan Locke? 1, 2, and another big kick out. Why won't he stay down?
When you are the guy that had so many brands and had a network on your back, you just got to go into overdrive and not stop. As just, he has been here before, and Jordan Locke, man, he will not stop until the wheels completely fall off, LeVar.
And we can see that right now is another big kick out after that little hip toss neck breaker maneuver from Anthony Martin. And now looking for, crossing the legs. Little cross leg snap suplex from Anthony Martin, and now following Jordan Locke to the outside, not allowing him to get any air.
You know, from Genesis of Glory till now, man, Anthony Martin, this guy travels the world. He goes all over the place, wrestling in different countries, continents. Oh my God! That German suplex onto the apron. So Anthony Martin has stayed fresh, whereas Jordan Locke, after being planted on his head and back, we haven't seen him compete since Genesis of Glory, LeVar. So you got to think, as you said earlier, he had that ring rust, and not competing consistently is going to only add more.
Absolutely, as Anthony Martin has just been working on Jordan Locke, breaking him down in every possible way for the last maybe about 7-8 minutes. And it's not looking good for Jordan Locke at all, as commentator's curse comes into play as he slings Anthony Martin into the barricades.
We can see a count out here. But Jordan Locke telling Anthony to get in the ring. Look at his chest and stomach, man. Just so red. Oh,
bruised up from the assault from Anthony Martin. It's just, and that's, you can't call it anything less than that. Anthony Martin was, excuse my language, but beating the hell out of Jordan Locke for a while.
Oh, I mean, hey man, you're completely correct. When the guy was in the driver's seat for a good chunk of this match, I can't disagree with you. And that's exactly why Jordan Locke showing this, you know, this urge of adrenaline and energy, trying to get back into it, trying to keep Anthony Martin down, as Jordan Locke has him up. But look at Anthony Martin, LeVar.
Slipping out and wisely going right back to that knee with that chop block, the same one he attacked earlier, as here comes Anthony Martin. 2 big clotheslines, gonna duck the one from Jordan Locke and a snap or a slam. And Anthony Martin is right back into the driver's seat.
This is about to be it, man. This has to be. We're going to see it one more time. The GTS into a huge German.
This time keeps the waist locked. Hooks 2. And another kick out from Jordan Locke.
It's instinct, man. It just has to be instinct at this point. Oh.
A big shot to the jaw. Jordan Locke, here we go again. The teardrops. That's 1 looking to roll it over. That's 2, and Jordan, you know what's coming. We seen it from Anthony Martin, and we saw it from Jordan Locke, but for the second time, the trifecta of teardrop suplexes put Anthony Martin down.
I don't know if that's going to do it, but we've seen 6 teardrop suplex so far. Anthony Martin yet again showing his heart, showing his strength as he kicks out yet again. And now Jordan Locke hoisting him up to the top rope. Oh, Jesus. You got to think, what does he have planned here, LeVar? Wait a goddamn minute. Oh, my God. Oh!
Oh, but Anthony Martin wisely, switch out from under the legs. And Jordan Locke just fell straight down to the mat. And now Anthony Martin right back to the knee after sweeping it from the top rope. Repeated elbow drops to that same knee. Could that be it?
Only a 2 count. How either of these guys are still going is insane, man. They're throwing everything at one another. And now look at Anthony Martin getting a little bit aggravated, just stomping on the head of Jordan Locke. And now, once again, we've seen this before. Anthony Martin connect with a big knee drop to the forehead yet again.
I mean, I'd be aggravated too. When you've thrown everything out at this man, the rolling neck breakers, the GTS followed up with the German, the knees, everything you've thrown, including the kitchen sink. What more can you do? I think we might see it right now is...
I was just about to say, I think we might see it right now is Anthony Martin on the top rope with a huge drop kick.
Missile drop kick from the top rope. Could that finally get the job done? 2, and again, Locke kicks out, and again, the frustration in Anthony Martin's face, you could see it building up as Jordan Locke looks to roll to the outside again to try to get that breath of fresh air, but Anthony Martin's just still on him.
Anthony Martin, he's going to dive, but Locke, in a fit of minimal energy, getting out of harm's way, as now Jordan Locke gonna chuck Anthony Martin in that steel barricade right next to our front row fans. And LeVar, I don't know if you've seen it, but after that maneuver in the ring, when Jordan Locke kicked out the most recent time, he was gasping for air and his eyes were closed. This man is on his last legs here. So Anthony Martin might just do what seems to be the impossible and put down Jordan Locke.
It definitely seemed like Jordan Locke he's an autopilot right now. He's just, it's like his body is just keeping him going. He's not really there anymore because I'm 90% sure that GTS to that German definitely knocked his lights out a few minutes ago, and his body's just not giving up at all.
We are at a 6 count here. I know for a fact the fans do not want to have a count out here, LeVar, but you gotta think, Jesus Christ, if it happens, we could potentially see yet another match between these two men. We are at 8. The ref is screaming at Locke to get in, but Anthony Martin breaking the count, LeVar.
He said, I don't think he wants to win by a count out. He wants to pin Jordan Locke. He wants to prove a point here at ROG. And, you know, it's an important proof to point, and it would definitely drive it home by beating Jordan Locke.
Oh, wait. Skeleton key! The skeleton key connects LeVar, the ref. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my God.
Somehow, some way, snapping out of autopilot, Jordan Locke delivers the skeleton key knee strikes and picks up the win he couldn't get at GOG because the match got interrupted. But ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot more action coming for you tonight, so stay tuned.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a second here, LeVar. Seems like Martin's still in the ring. What do we got here? Share the handshake. Yes, sir. That's sportsmanship right there.
That's what we love to see. That's what we bring here at ROG. That's what we love to see. That's what we have here on TCN. It's just beautiful.
And now look at Dylan Drake making his way to the ring. Getting Jalaka. No! Oh, come on, man. Folks, Dylan Drake yet again rubbing it into Jordan Locke. Go nowhere. LeVar, we are back. Second match of our evening, and it is going to be with the Samoan Beast, KOMODO. His second open challenge to any man in that locker room that wants to face him here tonight. We saw last week that hellacious war that he had with Adonis, and now the Samoan Beast is back here tonight.
Adonis chose the wrong time to probably debut, and it was against KOMODO. Maybe one of the worst opponents you can come out to answer a challenge from. And, you know, wow, Adonis put on such an impressive showing. He came out there, showed out, and he had KOMODO on the ropes for a while. But at the end of the day, the common result, the result everybody thought was going to happen, happened, and KOMODO picked up a huge W in his challenge.
now, LeVar, we just got to see who is the man to answer the challenge here tonight. All right, kid, you're getting your shot. I personally, LeVar, don't know if my second professional wrestling match I would accept this, but Chris Skywalker is here tonight, and he accepts the Samoan Beast challenge.
You know what? I don't blame the kid. After you just made your debut weeks ago in a huge fatal four-way match, you didn't pick up the win, but you put on an impressive showing. Maybe you can come out here, maybe you can do it again. Got to take everything you can get. When this is only, like you said, his second match. So I appreciate the kid for coming out here and taking up the challenge. It might not be smart, but maybe he can pull off the impossible.
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine if that's what happened? He pulls off the impossible and defeats KOMODO here tonight. The only man to have defeated KOMODO is Bull Bronson. LeVar, imagine if Chris Skywalker can tack his name into that illustrious list of the people to defeat the Samoan Beast. He has a tall task ahead of him.
You know, and like you were saying, the only man that's beat him is Bull Bronson. And they're the same size. They're in the same weight class. The two men that face KOMODO has been 120 pounds underweight.
Oh, God. Oh,
Jesus. And we see it off the rip, the size and the strength advantage already coming into play from off the ground, gut-wrench suplex from KOMODO, and Chris Skywalker already looks limp in the body.
And this is just, you hear the crowd booing him, man. Like, you gotta think this young kid came out trying to make a name for himself. I do not think this is the guy you want to try and make your name from.
The crowd's booing KOMODO, but in defense of Jesus Christ, in defense of KOMODO, what was he supposed to do? Come out here and lose? After what Adonis did to him and had him on the ropes for about 10 minutes, he's not playing games anymore. KOMODO barely picked up that win last week. Brian, that's something we can agree on, can we not?
I completely agree with you. He did, and you know, funnily enough, LeVar, I actually tried to talk backstage with KOMODO earlier this evening. And, you know, I tried asking him how he felt about his performance with Adonis, and all he did was he looked at me with those deathly eyes, he shook his head no, and he just said, tonight. And honestly, I left because it was terrifying, as KOMODO is just, he's really just, wow. I can't explain this right now and the harm he's doing to Chris Skywalker, man.
An attempt, 1, 2, and barely even getting the shoulder up is Chris Skywalker. And, you know, that animosity you had backstage with KOMODO, he probably heard what you said on commentary last week after you said you were leaving the building, immediately after you said it.
Hey, man, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. When you have a guy like KOMODO who's near your vicinity almost all the time when you're here, and the guy's crazy and scary. I mean, just look at what he's doing to Chris Skywalker, man. That big Samoan dropping. Oh, no, man. No, please, please. Oh!
292 pounds, crushing the back of the barely 200-pounder Chris Skywalker as KOMODO just from his ears dragging him over the top rope and batting down on the neck of Chris Skywalker.
This is just crazy, man. Chris Skywalker oh no. Oh God, Chris.
Big forearm shot to the jaw, and now across the ropes. Look at the power. Oh no, off the ropes and turning him inside out with a huge lariat.
He literally got 2 right hands off at KOMODO, and he screamed at him, and KOMODO, please, not again, not again! Oh my God.
And that time he got even higher, as this time it's crushing the front of the ribs of Chris Skywalker. KOMODO's just slinging him across the ring. This is a beating. Why did he accept this challenge?
I don't know who allowed him to go through that curtain, man, but KOMODO, please, man, not again, no! It's, LeVar, this feels like a crime. I feel like I am watching a crime right now.
Oh, we're definitely accessible to it now for letting this go on for how long it's been, and also the referee, the bookers, everybody who let him come out and come do this. Even me for saying he can pull off the impossible.
Yeah,
it's all impossible for a reason.
Knowing Chris Skywalker, he's going to say, I'm possible. But you know, with that cheesy saying right now, buddy, I don't think it's possible.
Not at all. It's just the full weight of the double knees on the back, and he's telling Chris Skywalker to get up. And Chris Skywalker probably hasn't got up on his own for the last 5 minutes of this match.
And KOMODO will just get him up. He will just pick him up. And here we go yet again. He's just going to pick him up. This, folks, Chris Skywalker is a 19-year-old young man. He is a grown adult man. And KOMODO is making him look like a toddler. Oh my God. Some life in the kid, LeVar.
Big elbow drop, getting out the way of that splash that definitely probably would have ended his young early career, as going for a little headlock to wear the big man down as he's finally getting offense.
No.
Finally.
No. Don't do this. You need to stay on the attack, kid.
And he might be able to hear you from all the way over here in the booth as he delivers that big elbow drop, but does nothing as KOMODO gets slung off the ropes. And the man's just too big, but not big enough to
make the miracle happen.
Two. Oh no, the face slightly came back as Chris Skywalker's finally getting some more offense, and as KOMODO is climbing up in the corner after feeling the effects of that big super kick into Gary, and now looking to go for the trifecta moonsault. Stairs one, and Brian count him off.
There's not a no chance. There's the second one now. We're going to the top rope. Holy shit, LeVar, is the kid gonna do it? The third moonsault! Count it! One, two!
Oh, tears would have been brought to my eyes if that would have managed to be it. But KOMODO was just too big. He probably didn't even...
Oh my God!
Oh, wait a second. Small package from KOMODO. Could this be it?
Two! Oh! LeVar, I don't know if you've seen it, man, but when he hit that third moonsault, the crowd lit up. You ought to think that is their son. That is their baby boy going against KOMODO, and now just the Samoan Beast is back in charge, man. Oh no, Chris, this is not the area you want to be in.
You know, it would have been better if he just stayed down in a small package, because you would rather want to say,
oh my
hey,
God!
KOMODO had to throw from the outside?
His ribs, man. Oh, no, please, not more. This is on the outside. He's just punching. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, LeVar.
I'm lost for words. Oh, please don't. Oh, my. Just. It's not even new. It's just the same moves. Just beating down this young. Oh, there's something new.
Look at the grimace.
It's just every time, every slam he takes on the outside, I just grit my teeth more and more.
And he just keeps getting him up. Oh God, oh my God. And KOMODO yet again, look at this butterfly suplex, Christ.
And like I was saying, you want to rather get beat by the roll-up or take this count out. We're at a count of 7.
8. He's lifeless. 9.
And somehow Skywalker.
Oh, LeVar, wait a minute. He runs, but he can't make it. He can't. His ribs, man. He could not do it.
He survived. He might not have beaten KOMODO, but he survived. He didn't get pinned. He didn't get violated in the ring. No, that's an understatement. Yes, he did. But KOMODO, 2-0 in the Samoan Beast Open Challenge. But ladies and gentlemen, our third match of the night is coming up real soon. Stay tuned.
Super Titán, o debería referirme a ti como niño chiquito. Mira, Super Titán, te conozco desde hace mucho tiempo. Y en ese tiempo he enfrentado muchos obstáculos en el camino. Pero hasta donde llegas tú, no eres ningún obstáculo. Eres como todos los hombres con los que me he topado durante mi estancia en la Plaza de los Toros. Cuando termine contigo, me aseguraré de enviarte de regreso al pie del Monte Olimpo, para que tus dioses imaginarios puedan reírse de ti una vez más.
LeVar, man. Co-main event time, my brother. Austin Stevenson, Anthony Palmer, ASAP are in the house for our Tornado Tag Match display here tonight.
You know, we already saw ASAP in action a few weeks back in the first tag team match of ROG, and they put on such an impressive showing, so I'm real excited to see what they're going to pull out here tonight.
Brothers in Arms being the men that they fought at Genesis of Glory, you gotta think those guys are watching here tonight, seeing ASAP, seeing if they can rebound back. Folks, it is confirmed we will see Brothers in Arms next week, and also tag team competition. But right now, ASAP, the men that are going to be making their ROG debuts in our new tag team, Sunset City, with Marcelo and Maiko.
You know, these two just put a smile on my face when they came out. The walk, the swag, it's just something about them. You know, they got that flair. You know, and I like that.
That's what the kids would say. They got that drip. Like, you see my man's fanny pack, bro? Like, come on now.
I mean, if you can style a fanny pack, you got it. That's what I will say.
New additions to the tag team division, LeVar. The tag team division in ROG grows bigger and bigger by the week.
And like I said, when we saw our first tag team match, it's tag team wrestling is a make or break to a brand. But with the teams we got so far, ASAP, Brothers in Arms, and now Sunset City, and I'm real excited to see who else we bring in.
And LeVar, I'm getting confirmation yet again. Next week, it will be Brothers in Arms versus Project Titan. Adonis and Orion make their tag team debut against Brothers in Arms. Man, oh man, we have some tag team action up here for you folks in the weeks to come. But right now, Sunset City, ASAP, Tornado Tag Match. This is going to be a crazy one, LeVar.
I love that it's Tornado Tag rules, no tag outs, all men in the ring at once or outside of the ring, however they want to go.
Right now, Anthony Palmer on top of Maiko, as Marcelo's getting dominated right now by Austin Stevenson. ASAP, this is exactly the type of start they're wanting. As you can tell, LeVar, distinct size difference between the two teams.
Oh yes, as ASAP is the much smaller team here, and Project Sunrise is just a lot bigger when it comes to stature and size. But look at the tag team work. They put one down and immediately go to work on the other person.
And folks, don't forget, we do have this high altitude camera here for you, so if the action gets crazy, we will still be with you and you will be able to see everything. As now Maiko is on top of Austin, and now, wait a minute, the strength on Maiko, planting Austin down, and now handling Anthony all by himself, and now Anthony is, oh my God! Marcelo dive to the outside as Sunset City. Right now, we're in the driver's seat, LeVar.
Our jaw was just dropped from that, just straight from the middle of the ring, and now Austin just getting worked on the outside, and now they have ASAP separated, and this is not what you want to be. You want to be with your tag team partner. As just watching on is now Austin finally getting back to the ring and slinging Marcelo into dangerous ground.
Oh my God! Marcelo just German suplexing Anthony Palmer on to Maiko, and now Austin Stevenson trying to get a hand on Maiko. Big Russian leg sweep here, but Marcelo on top of Anthony Palmer with that moonsault to the outside, LeVar.
Full speed drop kick to Maiko. And now again, it seems like ASAP is getting back in control over both men on the inside and out. As low-key, even though they might be the smaller men in the match, they're definitely overwhelming Maiko and Marcelo.
Sunset City definitely did not know what to expect when they came in here against ASAP. They have not met each other on the independent scene or anywhere else in the world here. So this is a first time ever match between the two teams, as Marcelo tried kipping up on the outside. Maiko taunting, wisely not approved there by Austin Stevenson, excuse me, as now Maiko, big snap, suplexes Marcelo with the spine buster.
And it is getting wicked from both sides. Maiko just taunting in the face of Austin, and he's not going to take lightly to that as he goes off the ropes, and the big man bumps him, send him across the ring, but here comes Austin right back at it. gets him set up into the corner. Look at the strength.
And you got to think, LeVar, truthfully, while it is not a good thing that Anthony is on the outside, he's doing a great job by keeping Marcelo outside of the ring, but Maiko playing a little bit possum there, trying to recover. Only a 1 count on Austin, but Anthony is really holding his own here against Marcelo.
I mean, it could be good separation for both teams, but at the same time, it could definitely be the downfall of one of them.
And now Austin really working on that arm there of Maiko as Anthony trying to finally get some mittens on Marcelo, but it does not work there. Big moonsault by Austin Stevenson. Austin Stevenson could be looking for that human sacrifice, but wait a second. Anthony Palmer, oh God, oh my God!
Suplex from the ground onto the concrete on top of the stage. And that was beautiful right there. The strength, the everything, the execution.
The tope suicida from Maiko from the middle rope, dropping Austin Stevenson. And now Marcelo's in big danger here, standing moonsault by Maiko yet again. And we're just throwing each other into the steel barricade, man. Anthony Palmer trying to get out of harm's way, running away from Marcelo in a way. Playing a little cat and mouse here, LeVar.
Ring around the Rosie. And now they got his own teammate, Maiko, in bad territory. As now here the jumping begins.
Oh, yeah. Muffler stretch. Oh, wait a minute. Anthony Palmer. Oh, God.
Big elbow to the jaw. And now both men of ASAP. Actually, let me change my words. Was about to say they're both in trouble. But now it looks like a man from each team is in trouble. Anthony was trying to save his partner, but couldn't get him out of harm's way in the nick of time.
Big German. And now Marcelo getting away from Austin. Dropping him down to the mat here. This is a hellacious match here. Both of these teams refusing to give an inch. And now Anthony, holy!
And then clutch for his partner right there. He was definitely about to get worked up by Marcelo. And Anthony just came in real clutch for his partners. Now the Sunsets are definitely out of control.
Yeah, Sunset City's in a tough spot right now. But commentators' curse strikes again as now they seem to be right back in the driver's seat. And now Anthony Palmer in hit by that kick to the face. As now Maiko wants Austin Stevenson up. The big kip up by Austin. He might be able to salvage a little bit here, but oh Jesus, both men from each respective team just throwing one another. And now it's going to be Austin alone with Sunset City.
It went into the steps. Now he's down on the outside, and now Austin isolated in the ring. Now right here when your teammates getting pinned, you got to play defense. It wasn't looking the right way. It's Anthony with a big drop kick to the back, but doesn't do much, not paying attention to the other man, and spiked on his head.
Marcelo at the top. He might be trying to go for a dive here, but Anthony grabbing that rope. God, look at the gash on Marcelo, man. That does not look good as that hesitation drop kick from Austin connects. And Austin just so warming. Maiko!
Famous, sir. Middle of the ring, and catching Austin at full speed and gives him 1-2.
Sunset Boulevard connects. 1, 2. Oh, but Austin Stevenson kicking out. And now he's looking for Anthony Palmer here. What does he want with Anthony? A big neck breaker there. Tag team wrestling chant from the sold-out crowd in Pittsburgh. And now what is this? Austin Stevenson.
Shoulder tackle.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Herman plex from off the ground. It's Austin Powers with a slingshot leg drop to Marcelo, and now ASAP finally looking to get back in control after both men got hit with back-to-back Sunset Boulevards.
Oh, my God. Oh, Austin. Oh, God. Now Anthony Palmer from the top, and he connects. Hey, 1 out of 2, man. That's a 50% chance, and they connected with at least one of them.
They both took their shots, and one man missed. And one made it, and the man that missed just took a devious sit-out powerbomb on the outside.
Oh, man, Maiko, big kick to the face. And this has been such a back and forth here, LeVar. It seems as if neither team has really been in the driver's seat 100% of the time. They constantly are doing this power shift here. As now Marcelo, another powerbomb to Austin Stevenson, as Anthony trying to fight and defend his partner as a big double knee breaker. Both men are down.
The gas tank, it's emptying out a little bit. As like I was saying, playing defense. When one man is on the outside, you gotta focus on the one that's inside and vice versa. As soon as I say that, now all 4 men are back inside the ring and one goes out, and this is not where Austin wants to be.
This is not where Anthony wants to be either, man. He is groggy. He does not know what's going on right now. Blood trickling down his face. But now Anthony getting back in the ring. Michael, huge mistake. Catching a big super kick to pay for it, man. And now here comes Anthony looking at Marcelo and now grabbing him by the waist here. But Michael, what does he want? Oh my God, there's so much going on.
Backflip, shoulder tackle again, driving himself into the ribs of Michael in that bottom corner. Now again.
The Hurricanrana did not connect, which undershot it there. But Michael using those educated fists, just laying down Anthony. This could do it. Only a 1 count. Anthony refusing to stay down for that.
Marcelo, as he went for the pin, Marcelo wiped out Austin. Very smart play right there. As a big open hand strike to the chest. As now Austin goes out, and so does Marcelo. As Anthony gets back in the ring and going to the top rope now. What's he looking for here, Brian?
Anthony Palmer, man, on the top rope. I think he had different thoughts. I don't know if he thinks he couldn't make it, but that's all right. Is now Marcelo and Austin, man. They're going to war on the outside. Michael and Anthony in the inside. Oh my God!
A rolling forearm, trying to just knock the lights out of Michael. Is the beautiful standing moonsault from Marcelo on the outside. Now again,
the 630 connects. Austin has him by the waist. I don't know if Marcelo sees it. Oh, but he tries to grab him too. Oh,
almost didn't get there in time, and Anthony couldn't play enough defense, but setting him up for that springboard. So now these men are working together, tag team wrestling that you love to see.
Oh man, Michael in trouble once again. That detonation kick right to the temple. Austin Stevenson, what is he? Oh, wait a minute, LeVar. This is going to spell disaster for Marcelo, man. Oh my God!
DDT on the apron as Anthony looks to go to the top rope again. Shooting star press. Could that be it? One.
Oh.
And now this time Marcelo gets in the ring and breaks up the pin.
I think Austin was taking a little bit too long gloating out there and didn't see Marcelo get up and sprint into the ring for Michael as that low drop kick connects. Sunset City is in big danger, LeVar.
Sunset City, as you just said, is not looking too well right now, but again, commentators' curse coming into play as Austin Power just got hung up on that top rope. Now look at both of these men just throwing straight punches at Anthony Palmer.
Yeah, Anthony Palmer is being a warrior right now, trying to stay in this fight between these two big men. It's almost so crazy, but here comes Austin Stevenson, refusing to let his partner be by himself. Big drop kick to Michael. His eyes are set on trying to help Anthony as Anthony gets out of harm's way. The cravat kick. And now wait a second, Austin Stevenson on the top rope. But Marcelo is there to defend Michael. And wait, Austin Stevenson! The human sacrifice cannonball! Michael's down! 2! Oh!
And somehow Marcelo punching the shoulder up as Austin just ate them punches. Just decided, why not throw my body at him? You know, he had to do something. As again, one man from each team is in control, but with his back turned. Now Marcelo is out the ring. The Hurricanrana connects from Michael this time, but gets caught not looking behind him. Oh, but a big punch to the gut. This man is playing 2-on-1 right now, Brian.
And Michael was doing one hell of a job right now. What a maneuver, slamming Anthony on the mat here. And Michael is holding it down. We could see with this muffler stretch with the single knee break. We could see, is he going to break it up? Oh, he breaks it up just in time before Austin can tap out, bridging the German. Oh my God, LeVar, what a match.
Didn't matter that he broke up the submission, still got caught with that big German suplex. And now Michael working on the arm as he's the only man standing.
Man, that commentator's curse is really coming at you hard today. Because right as you said that, Jesus, Marcelo with that huge super kick. Anthony Palmer shoves past Michael, could not shove him away as Sunset City almost had that win.
Michael was trying to body block Anthony Palmer, and it did not work. Is now ASAP back in control. Gonna work on Marcelo as he's the only man from Sunset City in the ring.
And Marcelo quickly rolling out, grabbing the ring here. Oh my God, the drop kick and shoulder tackle getting Marcelo out of town, and Austin Stevenson connects.
Almost getting tied up in the ropes there, but still made his way over and just took out Michael.
Wait a minute.
Oh! Power bomb.
Oh my God.
Outside. But Anita, Michael, and now Austin looking to maybe make his way over to help his partner, but CZ gets back in control and goes back to work on Michael, but doesn't work out too well for him as he gets slung across the floor.
Now Anthony Palmer looking at Michael in the big rolling Death Valley driver. Good Lord. ASAP exchanging a few words there. They are hype right now. Is now Jesus Marcelo. Big clothesline dropping Austin down.
When these four men have been putting on an absolute banger, if I would say so myself. Springboard Pele misses, but Austin is there to pick up the pieces with that big drop kick.
And look at that, Marcelo getting hit by yet another super kick, and now Michael's on his own here. Oh my God, planting DDT.
Little headlock driver there. Love to see it as Michael wisely gonna pull himself onto the apron, looking to get a little separation from ASAP. Doesn't want to have to deal with both of them again, as we saw earlier.
Yeah, and Austin Stevenson now focusing on Marcelo on the outside of the ring here. Michael and Anthony Palmer in the ring. Anthony shoving Michael into the corner, now targeting the big leg of the very big man.
And Austin on the outside has just he's been going at it with Marcelo for a majority of the match as he just whips him into the post. The big knee from Anthony Palmer couldn't get the job done. And I just want to know what's going to be it for one of these teams.
Yeah, seriously, you got to think they got to throw a cinder block at one another on how much these guys have taken. And now look at Austin Stevenson, the strength on that young man. Just a gut-wrench suplex on Marcelo. And now, wait a minute, LeVar, we might have just called it. Anthony Palmer looking for it one more time as that 630 connects. Austin is swarming Marcelo. And wait a minute, 1, 2, ASAP rebounds and gets a W.
Like we said earlier, the separation from both teams. If you could separate a team, he can't break up the pin, he can't protect his partner, and that's what ASAP did wisely and picked up the W. But ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, our main event, the Openweight title on the line. The first one will be crowned Nino Infinito, Ethan Gates. Stay tuned and get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, finally are in our main event match here on the third show of ROG. We finally crown our first champion. Ladies and gentlemen, coming out first after winning a big Lucha Fatal 4-Way match at GOG, Nino Infinito, looking to come out here and become the first open weight champion here at TCN, here at ROG. Brian, how you feeling?
It's crazy, man. Main event time, big fight feel. That is what we were here for tonight. This is what this card was built around. Nino Infinito, as you said it, Fatal 4-Way Fantastico match won at Genesis of Glory. He sat there, pinned El Tigre, as Super Titan and Toro Bravo were fighting amongst themselves, but Nino Infinito is here, man. And we got to talk about the man that's coming out next in just a moment. Yes, sir! Ethan Gates is here, LeVar, the man who not only won a Fatal 4-Way elimination match, but last week he defeated Tom Richter as well in our main event. This man competed in 2 matches in 1 night. He defeated 3 men at ROG TV number 2, and now the path to glory, the time, the place for the ROG Openweight Championship is now, LeVar.
Man, I'm just, words cannot express, because look at that beautiful belt right there. The Openweight title. That's what these 2 men has worked for. And now let me let us get to it. Openweight Championship match. Ethan Gates, Nino Infinito. Let's get started.
Our main event, man, this is incredible. Ethan Gates starting off quick. Huge knee strike to Nino Infinito, and you gotta think, these guys are going to do everything in their power to try and solidify themselves in history, solidify that legacy of being the first ever ROG Openweight Champion.
You know, in both of their matches, I said a lot. Gold is on the line. The opportunity is on the line, but now it's here. Here's your opportunity to become the first crown champion in ROG, the first openweight champion in ROG. This is a history-making match, and both of these men are going to take it lightly as Nino Infinito with that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker.
The first championship match on TCN in 3 years, the first championship match of ROG, and right now Nino Infinito is in firm control. Ethan Gates powering out, just a 1 count.
Nino Infinito back in control, little single knee face breaker to Ethan Gates, and Ethan Gates is getting rushed right now by Nino Infinito with the flurry of attacks.
That's exactly what you got to expect from the luchador. We've seen that beautiful springboard Hurricane Rana by him, followed up by that front handspring. Nino Infinito has endless cardio, endless stamina, endless everything, but Ethan Gates, you cannot count this man out as he is here. Look at that blocking, that drop kick. A little bit of a taunt there, but still Ethan Gates defensively is doing great.
You got to do whatever you can to stay in this match. You can't get taken out of it too early, because you know that might make you lose this opportunity. As a big flying drop kick from Nino Infinito, not done from the other turnbuckle, building up speed from across the ring, and Ethan Gates looks like he's out of his wheelhouse.
Now look at this, Nino Infinito from the corner. Ethan Gates trying to get something going here. Now Ethan Gates, Jesus, planting the luchador on the mat.
Big pin attempt, Nino Infinito close to the ropes too, but a big kick out from Nino. Not even going to grab the ropes, just powering that shoulder up, showing that resiliency. But Ethan Gates might have just knocked it up out of him with the elbow.
Big forearm by Ethan, laying down Nino yet again, then just putting the foot right onto his chest, planting him. And now Ethan Gates grabbing him. We see that's how it ended with Tom Richter. This could do it. 1, 2. Oh my God. Could you imagine that would have been it?
I wouldn't have been shocked, man. As you said, we saw how it put away Tom Richter. I wouldn't have been surprised, and it also put away Infinito. And like I was saying, both of these men participated in fatal 4-ways of their own. And so don't let me stop talking, because Ethan Gates is charging up some real furious, looking for up on the shoulder. Gates closed.
And that has to be it. That's it, man. Good night. 1, 2. Oh! Nino Infinito, he's not done. Ethan Gates, he thought that was it. One of his biggest weapons. And Nino Infinito kicking out. That fight forever coming from the sold-out Pittsburgh crowd. We thank all of you so much for being here with us tonight, man. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Leave a comment. Nino Infinito will be reading them all. And Nino Infinito plants Ethan Gates with those double knees.
You know, he might love to see them doubters in the comments, hoping Ethan Gates win, the doubters in the crowd. You know, but if he slings that title over his shoulder at the end of the night, a smile will be on his face, and he'll be walking with that same swagger out the door as a rolling super kick on the chin might have just put Ethan Gates out.
And he's not done, man. He's following up with some more. Jesus Christ.
Tiger suplex almost hit that bottom turnbuckle as Nino Infinito has just turned up the heat one more time.
Look at Ethan Gates, man. He tried getting back up with that single knee face buster as Nino is just swarming Ethan Gates. And that is exactly what you got to do if you want to be a champion, LeVar.
Absolutely, you're not wrong at all.
Oh!
Steve Infinito tried to grab him when he went up to that second ropes, but didn't work. Big springboard drop kick from Ethan Gates, and now the flurry of strikes to that forearm, slumping Nino Infinito to the ground. And now again, it's a straight ground and pound to Infinito, and now Gates is fired up, but so is Infinito.
This is crazy, man. Both of these guys refusing to stay down. Both these guys throwing everything at each other. I'm just waiting on the kitchen sink. Oh, wait a minute, LeVar. Wait a minute. Are we going to see it again? Oh, juking him out.
No.
Jesus.
Rolling forearm to the back of the neck, and that is something that causes permanent damage to the head, ends careers, and somehow Infinito is still standing even though he just got picked up by Ethan Gates, and the kicks and the punches, everything's being thrown.
They're just throwing hands and fists, man. It does not matter. Now, Nino Infinito's back in here, LeVar. Oh, man, I think we might see some lucha stuff here.
Walking all the way to the opposite corner. Beautiful twirl arm drag from the top rope, and now Infinito back in control of this match. Big shot to the jaw. Now from the back, snap Saito suplex.
Drop it on there. He's going to focus on that lower back. Big kick. That lower back. That cannot feel good. And now Nino Infinito, some
the strength.
Gut-wrench powerbomb.
I can't believe that. Ethan Gates, that's not a small dude. And Nino Infinito, while he may look skinny, that man can move some weight.
That man's built. Do not let his frame fool you. He has the size and he has some muscle. Ethan Gates, I think, was trying to grab those ropes there, looking for something, but Infinito, Jesus, did you hear that thud on that chop?
And that echoed all the way to the desk as Infinito smashing his head into that turnbuckle, and now the kicks takes out Ethan Gates, and now pressing the boot across the chest, and Ethan Gates ain't taking the net to finally pump kick to the jaw.
Only a 1 count there. 10 attempt, excuse me. What a night we have had so far. Incredible matches. Ethan Gates just dropping the knee on Nino Infinito's face there. I think that doesn't feel good.
That was almost like to the eye of the mask from where you saw it forming.
Oh, God.
It looks like it's leaking out of the mask a little bit of color. That knee might have busted him open.
Yeah, man, you never know the type of material that mask has. It could be something that snagged him as he dropped that knee, draping it across his face. Now Ethan Gates has Nino Infinito here. Oh, God, the kicks, the spinning back elbow, and a knee to the head. That could be it. Oh, he's not done.
The ground and pound going straight back to it and just warming Infinito. And now one more time, charging it up. Brian, could he be looking for it?
He just might be, but Nino Infinito fighting it off.
Flips out, hits the back. Ethan Gates slips out too. Oh, spin him around to the knee to the chin. Could that be it? New Openweight Champion? Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Gates is your first ever ROG Openweight Champion.
Take us home, LeVar!
Man, I've been absolutely ecstatic tonight, and I'm glad y'all were able to join me and my partner, Brian Williams, and we're here every time on ROG. But ladies and gentlemen, put your hand together. Give a round of applause for Ethan Gates, the first Openweight Champion